Think it all happens in Silicon Valley. You thought wrong.
So Stateless Systems, there's about 12 of us based in Melbourne, and we're a small web startup. The best known site that we've got is RetailMeNot, which is the world's biggest coupon site. We started about 4 years ago, and it's quite different from other coupon sites because a lot of its users submitted coupons. And a couple of months ago, they went through a milestone where they reached the 500,000th coupon that was submitted from the community, which is an amazing milestone. But so that's the juggernaut of the business, if you like, and that basically funds everything else that we do. So the company was started by Guy, King and Bevan Clark, who met at realestate.com.au, which is where I met them as well. And so RetailMeNot funds the rest of the business, and half of the company works on some of these new exciting applications that we put out, which include Trendsmap, Driller, DROOLR, Beat My Price, R-Signal, and Cushy CMS. I think, well, both of them, there's a couple of some characteristics that are common that I think are really useful to remember for most applications. And I think the first thing is they're both really simple in terms of their objective, what they're trying to do, and they also do that very, very well. The whole process has been really fine-tuned to cut away any unnecessary steps whenever possible, and it's just really quick. Get whatever you need to be done in your way. I think also both of them kind of will harness the best of user-generated content and really work on a lot of sites just depend on the altruism of people doing something just because they want to and just helping the wider community, and that's something that both those sites have done really, really well, and that has helped gel the community as well. It's just a good vibe that permeates through the community. And I think the other thing is both of them are very comprehensive in terms of what they do. So when you go there, you know you're going to get the widest selection of coupons or pass codes and things like that. Well, not surprised. I mean, I actually joined after Trendsmap had launched, and I was pretty stunned, I think, as most people when they first saw the application. It's very different in terms of it's very slick visualization. It's got that wow factor. And then I think what we've been trying to do over the last few months is really go beyond that and try and provide real value, and focus on what the core strength of it is, which is local trends and local news, really, and breaking news, breaking alerts. So I think what has been the surprise, though, has been the adoption by some of the more mainstream media. We've seen the BBC, CNN, more locally SBS have all used it on TV and broadcast, because it's just such a powerful visualization. It's very easy, very quick to get what is being discussed about in a particular location if one topic is kind of overtaking everything else. But also we've licensed a version of Trendsmap as well to the ABC for the recent election coverage. And there's just been that tick of approval from mainstream media, which has been really rewarding, I think, for us. And we've heard, I've talked to a few publishers around the world, broadcasters, and so many have said that they have a screen just permanently up just for Trendsmap. for their local area, because we've got local pages and things like that. So people in Washington or LA or Manila can see exactly what is happening right now, what people are discussing, because it's just real time and it's continually updated. So I think that's been the surprise, is just how journalists have been using it beyond just mainstream population. Well, I think the best stat is that the 500,000 coupons that have been shared by the RetailMeNot community. I think that's amazing. Also, Cushy CMS has kind of cracked another milestone. Cushy CMS was started about 3 years ago, and it's just a simple CMS mostly for designers if they're building brochure websites, a few pages for their clients. They can build a very simple editing interface so people can update the homepage or menu if it's a restaurant site or something like that. And we are now powering over 50,000 websites around the world, which is quite incredible. So we reached that milestone a few months ago, and we'll soon be launching a new version of Cushy as well. To be honest, I'm not really very techy, and I'm more of a media person, and so I'm not really absorbed into that tech community. But I think something I noticed, which is just it's very supportive community. I think everyone's barracking for everyone else, and I think the fact that there's not a lot of VC money over here as well. It helps to focus, and I think the people who you do hear about are the ones who are really building applications that are valuable and worthwhile, and are bootstrapped to some extent. So, that's the impression that I get. I think, the thing that I always bang on about is value. Make sure you're building something that's got some value in it for a group of people. Don't do something just because it's cool, because that will lose its shine quickly. So it's got to provide real continual value. I think the other thing is, and I think most Melbourne and Australian companies recognise this, but it's worthwhile saying it anyway. Don't always assume that advertising will be the main source of revenue, because it's not something you can rely on, and you need a massive amount of scale to really have a worthwhile income, unless you've got your own sales team. So I think most startups in Australia know that and really look at other forms of income, whether that's affiliate income or actual transactions within the application, things like that.
Think it all happens in Silicon Valley? You thought wrong.